Why, hello there, my friends. My name is pt2, and I am bringing you some Gears of War 3 Beast Mode. This is the second part to this Beast Mode game. I already uploaded the first part. I had to split it in half because it was around 18 minutes long altogether. So here's the second part. Start off completing Wave 7 using the Cantus. Good choice for Tier 3. But at the beginning of this wave, I think I unlock Tier 4, which I do. Normally, in Tier 4, I like to go Savage Grenadier. He has a shotgun, he's super mobile, about as mobile as you can get in the 4th tier. And then, he has a grenade, which is explosive, but he also has the shotgun, which is helpful on this close range of a map. But I decided to go Boomer. I didn't think any of my other teammates actually got there to the 4th tier yet, but it seems like almost all of them did. So I figured I'd pick an explosive based character to really hurt the heroes, because especially on this map they like to bunch up pretty close together, so if you can get one good boom shot in there, that'll take out at least 3. And also with the silverback, it's easier to take out. The other picks in the 4th tier, I believe the Savage Corpser, which I think it'd be a lot better if in the campaign, if you haven't played it through, there are Savage Corpsers in there, and what they can do is they can burrow underground, and they can move while they're underground and hit while they're underground. But in this, all you can do is burrow underground, and you have to burrow back up to actually attack, and that, I think it really makes them not very useful unless you're taking down barriers. But I think the other choice in the 4th tier is a lot better for that. That's the Giant Centipede. The Giant Centipede seems to last pretty long when you use it, and it's also really good for taking down barriers. It's kind of hard to maneuver, but it's pretty fun to use, actually. You can see my teammate actually getting hurt by that turret, and actually stuns him and almost kills him. But the round ends before anything significant can happen. I do pretty well that round, but I am using the boomer, and I kind of just hit a few well-placed shots, and that's really all I did. I really didn't push the action too much. So I changed it up here and go to the Savage Grenadier, which is what I probably should have picked in the first place. And right off the bat, I always go, especially on this map, for the spawn nade. Probably should have moved up quite a bit closer to get that spawn nade, but it does end up downing 1 or 2 people, I think. Just downs Cole, which is actually a really good early down to get, because Cole normally likes to carry the boom shot, which can, a lot of these 4th tier guys, and even especially the 3rd tier guys, can get taken out by one boom shot. Long range shotgun. It's like I have the Spaz 12. But yeah. Anyways, right here I go for another nade. I probably should have switched one sooner to finish off that downed character, but I end up getting a kill anyways. Don't know really why I blind fried the shotgun there. Oh, and this actually really scared me because I saw Anya running up on me. I actually didn't know it was a hero at first, and I don't know why she just didn't chainsaw me, but nonetheless, she's just dumb. I go for the execution here, not realizing how close the round at the end was. But as you can see, I cut it off early to try to get back in the round, but it's already too late. My teammates already took care of it. Start a new round. They already had all their heroes last round, but I really don't know. I think all they get in these later rounds now is they get more barriers, and they might get more sentries and stuff like that. I throw the spawn grenade right away, get a double down, and I see Baird running up here pretty quick. I get the down on him too, but teammate finishes him off, or steals the kill, but it's not really that big of a deal in beast mode because you're all working as a team. And also thing I've noticed is a lot of people might be intimidated by that 1-minute timer, thinking, initially if you don't watch it, you might think, oh, that's the amount of time we have to rush. You don't really have to rush. You just got to keep getting kills. You have to mainly focus on the heroes, because, well, actually anybody gives you time when you kill them, or even if you down them. So you really have a lot of time. So if you think you can try to get them to cluster together better by waiting just a little bit, then I'd say do that over trying to get a quick shot, just killing one person. Oh yeah, there's only one person left here. It's a hero. I throw a grenade in there because he shot me there earlier. I down him. I do something pretty dumb here. I try to shoot these, which to no avail, and one of my smarter teammates actually finds the back way and finishes him off. And kind of sucks. And I see that one guy is still Cantus, which I appreciate him very much for doing that. It's when you have the 4th tier variable and you're still going for Cantus, you're a pretty good team player by healing all those stronger 4th tier. If you haven't unlocked the 5th tier yet, which we'll get into this round. In the 5th tier, there's 3 people. There's a Savage Boomer, which it's basically a boomer except it has a digger. I'm not quite sure, but I think it actually might be cheaper than the boomer. But it's probably the weakest of the last tier. But I decided to use it here because there's a lot of cover, and the digger is pretty useful if there's a lot of cover around, and it's an explosive, so it's always going to work well. As you can see, I start off by getting quite a few kills, and actually works pretty well. The melee attack, I'd only use it if you're point blank and are trying to finish someone off. I'm gonna try here. I try to reload my digger and pop around for one last quick shot, but no dice. He has my number. I believe next I picked the Armored Cantus, and the Armored Cantus actually, if it's not the last round, he's the one I most likely will use, unless I'm running really low on cash, and I'll just go Savage Boomer. But the Armored Cantus is kind of interesting. I'm not quite sure if it's worth the money you have to pay for it, because I think it costs around like 3,000 something. It is definitely way more durable than the regular Cantus. I believe their heal scream times are similar. Armored Cantus might take a little bit longer. Also, the Armored Cantus doesn't have an ink grenade, which is really useful. See, like right here, I'm kind of stuck at a barrier, but I do have 2 Gorgon pistols. That's pretty useful, though. And also, another thing the Armored Cantus gets is a roll. You can actually kill people with that roll, and it's also pretty useful for getting past barriers, which we all seem to be doing. Trying to get past this one barrier. I keep trying to heal my teammates because they keep running into it. Eventually I glitch past it. I don't know if I actually destroyed it, but I glitched past it. And as you can see, I have you can just barely see him, a giant Centipede, and he actually came up around and went up the back to kill him, as we had just gotten through. Another good reason to use a Centipede. Even if you unlock the 4th tier, it's still pretty good. We go to the last round. In the last round, they're going to have a lot of defensive, they're going to have a lot of good weapons, and I'd almost always recommend going Berserker if you have the money. Berserker's pretty fun to use, not going to lie, but it's also a little difficult, not terribly difficult, but they are super durable, even more so than the Armored Cantus, but they are limited to melee. But they're still pretty good considering they can kill really quick, and if you get into a crowd, they'll all be focusing, shooting on you, and you can just do the melee smash like this. Just one melee normally knocks them down, and then second one finish them off. Also, the charge is really good for getting through barriers, which is normally what I use it for. I do tend to charge people, but I'm really bad at it, and I tend to miss a lot. So yeah, you just wanna. I use it there, but I normally go with just a smash, but it's also useful for moving pretty quick. It charges. Last guy camping at this command post, I charge him and I can't hit him, so I just decided to go for the ground pound and finish him off. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching this. I'd appreciate it if you give a like or a dislike, and kind of comment and see what I can improve on. I know I'm definitely not doing that great, but I'd like to hear comments for improvement.